Alright, hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Casey, and today's reading is going to be all about what do you need to hear right now. Now, this is going to be a real quick reading. I'm just going to be pulling 2 cards, but we'll still be able to get as much information as you need. But go ahead and get into it. Pause, figure out which reading you feel most drawn to. Today, I have 3 different readings for you to choose from. We have pile 1 with the Angelite and the Sheep and the Blackberry card. For pile 2, we have the Rose Quartz and the Spider and the Passion Flower card. And for pile 3, we have the Dendritic Agate with the Cayman and the Poppy card. So, like I said, go ahead and pause, figure out which reading you feel most drawn to. There will be timestamps in the description box below, so you can quickly jump to whichever reading you want. So you can jump to whichever reading that you want to listen to. God, I have done this so many times. Anyways, you know what to do. Go ahead and figure it out, and let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, pile 1. If you were drawn to the Angelite, then this is the reading for you. And the 2 cards that we have for you here today are the Possum and the Peony and the Star card. When I look at the Possum card, it makes me think about like how possums play dead when they're in danger. Like if you don't know about possums, like if they're attacked, their defense mechanism is literally to like lay down and pretend to be dead so that they get left alone. When I look at that, it makes me think that there might have been something that recently happened to you that's made you just want to like close it on yourself. Made you want to lock yourself away in your home or your room and just not really get up. It's made you want to hide away from the world. Maybe you've been feeling extra anxious and you're like, you know what, it would be easier if I just distance myself from everybody. If I just time out and I just go be on my own. And sometimes what we need is to have time to ourselves, but if you're just running away from your problems, you're not actually solving them. And what I see when I look at the Star card, I look at somebody who knows how to properly nourish and heal themselves. I think what you need right now is not to run away and bury your head in the sand and not face whatever this is, this anxiety or this pain, this fear, whatever it is that you've recently been through. All your instincts are telling you to hide away. I think that you should listen to that, but there is a balance that needs to be maintained here. Yes, take some time to yourself, heal, give back to your body, to your soul, to your mind. Do what will make you feel good right now, and take the time that you need to heal. But if you're just taking that time to run away and you're burying your head in the sand, you're distracting yourself, you're stress eating or you're drinking or, doing whatever substances because they help distract you, there are 2 different ways that you can distract yourself. There's real healing that you could be doing, and then there's just, how do I bury my head so deep in the sand that I don't need to face this thing? I think that you are extremely justified in being hurt or being scared. The feelings that you're feeling are valid, and they deserve to be healed. They deserve to have time taken so that you can just focus on them and focus on yourself. You do need that, but you need to ask yourself, the way that I'm hiding away, or the way that I'm quote-unquote healing, is it actually productive, or am I just trying to find my next distraction? So I feel like what you're going to need to do is look inward, really face this problem, face this fear. Like I said, maybe it's an anxiety that you're dealing with, or maybe a pain that you recently went through with friends, or maybe you just went through a breakup, or there was a loss, or maybe you lost your job, or maybe you just got extremely embarrassed at something and you really want to run away and hide. Whatever it is, this problem isn't going to magically go away because you bury your head in the sand. I think what you need to do is you need to face it head on, and you also need to give yourself comfort along the way. You don't need to yell at yourself and say, get over it, like just stop feeling sad about it. No, you deserve to hold yourself in your own arms and say, we're going to face this together. We're going to heal through this, and we're not going to let this push us down. And we're especially not going to let this push us to do things that will damage our body, drugs, nicotine, drinking. Those are all the easy way out. It's easy to pick up those things and just numb our mind. It's easy to do that and feel a little bit better because at least we're not feeling the pain. It's easy to do that. What's hard is doing the real work to get over this pain, doing the real work to accept it and to heal through it. And I think that's what you need. And so, like I said, with the possum, coming back to the possum card, if I think about a possum, yes, they do need to play dead in order to protect themselves. As when I say play dead, I mean, they need some time to nap, for instance, let's say, or take some time to themselves. But if they continue to lay there, even after the fear is gone, or even after the predator is gone and they're still laying there and they can't get up. That's when it starts to be detrimental. So listen to your body. Your body is telling you, okay, let's go play dead, and whatever that looks like. Let's go away. Let's go lock ourselves in a room. Let's go run away from this. Okay, listen to your body. Let it take you to where it feels safe. But once you get to that place that you feel safe, how are you going to nurture yourself? Or instead, are you going to turn to distractions? I think what you need to do is actually, how can you face this? How can you heal this properly? And that is what's going to help you get out of this. So pile one, that is everything that I have for you. I truly wish you the best in this healing journey. It's going to take some time, but the best thing that you can do for yourself is listen to your body, listen to what it needs, and help it along the way. So that is all that I have. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. All right, pile two. If you were drawn to the rose quartz, then this is the reading for you. I'm going to be intentionally a little vague here because, as you can see, we only have 2 cards here. The cards that you got are the Antelope and Wheat and the Five of Wands. With there only being 2 cards, I don't want to get too in-depth on certain details just because this is a general reading. It's meant for multiple people, and I don't want to alienate those that were meant to hear this reading, if that makes sense. But what I'm seeing here with the Five of Wands is there is some sort of major conflict in your life. And I think for the majority of you, it's a conflict in your own head, a conflict in your own body, whether it's the way that you speak to yourself, or, if there's something that you really care about and you want to do, there's a part of your head that's like, no, we can't do this. We need to be productive. We need to be working on other things, or we can't care about that thing. That thing is childish. We have our responsibilities, or no, we're not going to be able to pursue that. Why? Because we're going to fail at it, and it's going to be a waste of time and a waste of money. I feel like that is your inner voice. Your inner voice is constantly throwing fears at you, constantly throwing negativity at you, constantly bringing up insecurities, and I feel like it's starting to manifest in the way that you hold yourself. I feel like your shoulders are a little slumped. You might be a little bit more anxious than usual. This might be a little TMI, but I wouldn't be surprised if you were more sweaty than usual just because you're constantly you're not feeling great. I feel like inside you're like a punching bag for yourself. And I have my own theories on why we do this. I truly believe that our ego's way of protecting us is bringing up fears and insecurities so that we don't go in the direction of those fears and insecurities. It's like if you really want a romantic relationship, your ego is going to be bringing up all these insecurities about oh, but you're so ugly and all that because it's afraid of rejection. It's trying to protect you from rejection. So it throws all these insecurities and fears at you so that you don't have the possibility of rejection. But sometimes it goes overboard, and sometimes that fear continues to compound until we get to the point where you're at. And I feel like the point that you're at is just dejected and sad, and you feel small. I feel like you physically feel small, and it gets to this point where maybe you don't even really want to go out, you don't really want to talk to people, or maybe you feel like you can't fully be yourself, or you don't know how to confidently hold yourself, and so you're like, do I look weird? Is the way that I'm standing weird? There's so much insecurity and pain and fear, and it's being compounded by yourself. I feel like truly, I don't think that there's actually that much that you should be insecure about. I think it's truly a lot of it's coming from within you. And like I said, our ego has its own defense mechanisms that we need to protect ourselves, but sometimes it gets past a certain point where it's no longer protecting us, it's hindering us, it's hurting us. And you're starting to get really beat up. And the only person that is going to actively combat this and actively be able to work on not letting this thing hinder you is you. You have to be the one that stands up and decides to look this thing in the eye. You have to be the one that does the work to overcome this, to ask yourself, where is this coming from? Where did this originate? Whose words are these really? Because these aren't my words. Who said this to me and made me believe these things? I think you are truly a beautiful and extraordinary person. I think that you have so much love to give, and you have so much to give the world. I think that you're an incredibly creative and intelligent person, incredibly clever and funny, and you have so much that many would love to be around, would love to be a part of your life. But you need to first get over this bump. And this bump is the way that you view yourself, the way that you talk to yourself in the mirror, the voice in your head that shuts down everything that you love, everything that you're interested in, or when you say something out loud and there's that voice in your head that's like, you shouldn't have said that, that's so stupid, now everybody's gonna be so embarrassed to be around you. And it's like, how can you even walk if you have these weights constantly chained to your legs? Like, it makes me sad. And so when I see this antelope and wheat card, the word that it has under it is nourishment. And when I see this, I'm looking at this wheat surrounding the antelope's head, and it almost looks like a shield of nourishment. I think you need to start by, I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done, first of all. I would highly encourage those drawn to this pile, get some help. Talk to people that will understand. If you have the resources to do so, I encourage you to maybe go to a counselor or a therapist or talk to somebody that you trust. If you can't do that, I encourage you, read books about insecurity, about self-esteem, about confidence. Not all of them are going to hit, but it's about the little pieces of information, the little tools that you pick up along the way that are going to help you. But I think the thing that is going to help you most of all, because that's work that definitely needs to be done. But I think something that you need to start doing is nourishing yourself. Listening to your body when it tells you what it needs. When it asks you for food, and I'm going to get into a touchy subject here. I don't know a lot about eating disorders. I know this can be incredibly triggering. It's not something that I'm very well versed in. It's not something that I've ever dealt with. But if that's something that you deal with, if you have a tough relationship with food, I encourage you, talk to a counselor, read up on it, talk to somebody you trust, because I am not the right resource for that, but I feel the need to bring that up, because when I talk about nourishing yourself, if you have certain blockages that stop you from giving your body the fundamental nourishment that it needs, it's like you gotta start from the basic building blocks, and if you can't even start with the basic building blocks, there's some serious work that needs to be done. Because what I'm saying here is, start by nourishing your basic needs. Sleep, eating, water, comfort, warmth, hygiene, that kind of stuff. Build up that foundation so strong. Don't focus on the other things. Don't focus on the tough work that needs to be done yet. Let me give you this homework of feel comfortable and confident taking care of your basic needs and listen to your body. Sit down right now and just kind of get in touch with your body and ask yourself, what does it need right now? Do I have a little bit of a pain in my leg? Do I need to bandage that? Do I need to heal that? Do I need a heating pad? Do I need some ice? Ask yourself, do I have a little bit of a headache? Let me drink some water. Let me take a Tylenol. Do all these things until you're so comfortable and confident taking care of your basic needs that you feel like you can stand on that foundation. Because you need that foundation before you do anything else. Now, once you can do that, I would urge you, what's the next step? Okay, let's focus on our emotions. What about your hobbies, the things that you love to do? Are you giving yourself enough time to enjoy those things? When's the last time you really let yourself read or play a video game without feeling guilty about, this is taking time away from things that I actually need to do? Or don't think about that. We deserve to live a balanced life that also includes taking care of ourselves and having fun. We're not just put on this earth to work ourselves to death. So that's what I would say. After you build that foundation of taking care of your basic needs and not feeling guilty about that, not feeling like you can't do that, then I want you to move on to, let's do some hobbies. Let's go outside. Let's get some sunshine. Let's have some fun. Let's learn to laugh. When you can start to build up these things, you'll start to feel like you can stand a little taller. You can be a little happier. You can put a smile on your face a little easier. And this might sound like little things, but it's these little things that are going to build up that strong foundation of allowing you to actually address these difficult issues, especially the way that you talk to yourself or the way that you treat yourself, or what are you withholding from yourself, or what are you forcing yourself to do? It's a lot easier to take that on when you're actually able to stand up on both feet, because right now it's almost like you don't even have feet to stand on. Start with the basic building blocks of taking care of your needs, and then start working on, okay, how can I make myself smile today? What is something that I would look forward to doing today? Maybe it's just putting up a hammock in a nearby park. Maybe it's getting some sunshine. Maybe it's going to the community yoga class that's free that you can just kind of show up to. I don't know if you have that, but I remember I used to do that when I was younger, and it was just by donation. But Do little things that will make you happier. And this isn't just useless things of like, oh, this will comfort you and make you put a smile on your face. No, this is just how do we put that cushion under ourselves before we start delving deep into shadow work and what's going on within us that is causing us all this pain. Because if you start doing that when you're not even standing up properly, when you can't even properly take care of your own hygiene or clean up your own room, I mean, good luck trying to undo years of trauma. Good luck trying to build healthy habits if you can't even start with, eating and drinking water and not, relying on certain substances or certain vices or certain behaviors. And I say this to you because you deserve to heal. You deserve to live a happy, positive life. You deserve to be healthy. And not just physically, mentally. But that tough work, you're going to have to work your way up to it. And there will be times where you feel like, I should be doing more. I should be doing more to heal myself. I should be better by now. Things take as long as they take. It's different for everybody. And don't compare yourself to others. And specifically, don't compare yourself to a certain timetable. It will heal in the time that it takes. Some people, they can turn things around in a week. Others, it'll take a decade. But it takes as long as it takes. And start with what you can control right now. Start with, what does my body need to eat right now? What does my body need from me right now in order to be a functioning machine? Because our bodies are like machines. You need to give it the oil. You need to make sure that it's able to cool itself down with water. You need to give it power. Without all that, how do you expect the machine to be processing things? Imagine if it's like a big calculator. You're trying to throw all these numbers at it, and it's like, please, I need some more oil. Obviously calculators don't need oil, but I hope you know what I'm trying to say. You deserve to nourish yourself, and in fact, you need to. That's the only way that you're going to be able to address these problems. And once these problems are addressed, you'll be able to live the life you want to live. You'll be able to go after the things that you want to go after. You're going to be able to have those loving friendship circles, and even if you have those loving friendships, I feel like at the point that you're at right now, you're not able to give yourself to them fully. You're not able to open up fully. Life can be so much more beautiful when you can, and you will. But it starts with what you can work on right now. So, pile 2, that is everything that I have for you. I truly, truly wish you the best. It's going to be a tough journey. It will take as long as it takes, but you deserve to walk the path. So, that is everything that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Alright, pile 3, last but certainly not least. If you chose the Dendritic Agate, then this is the reading for you. And the 2 cards that we have for you here today are the Chipmunk and the Laurel and the 3 of Cups. When I look at these cards, I see that you are in desperate need of celebrating your success. And you might look at where you are right now. Maybe you're only halfway through your degree, or maybe you're trying to start up a business, but you haven't really opened your doors yet, or you haven't really gotten anything yet. Just because you're not at your end goal doesn't mean that you don't deserve to celebrate where you're at right now. And I think especially you deserve to be happy and satisfied with where you're at right now. I just saw a hummingbird outside my window. I don't know if hummingbirds are important to you somehow, but it's very rare that I see animals outside my window, so when it happens, I'll point it out. But like I was saying, you deserve to be happy and satisfied with where you're at right now, because as much as we want to be in the future, as much as we want to be at the moment that, we've already reached our destination, you're right here in the present right now. This is where you're at right now. You can't wait to live until you reach the future, because then you won't have lived throughout that journey. The journey comes before the destination, and the journey is where you're at right now. When you get to that end goal, yes, throw a big ol' party. But it's almost like I'm not going to celebrate any of my birthdays until I get to my 50th birthday. And then it's like, well, the whole rest of your life, you're not really celebrating. You're just waiting for this one big moment. It's not going to feel as grand if you haven't been happy along the way. It's going to just feel like, oh, well, I got here. Is that it? Like, yes, I've reached my success, but I wasn't really super happy along the way. I wasn't really proud of myself along the way. You deserve to be celebrated, and you deserve to talk to others, especially close friends and family, about how excited you are about whatever you're working on. You deserve to have them tell you, I'm proud of you. Like, look at how much you're doing. Even if it's not, like, I'll give you an example. And when I first started this YouTube channel, and the first video that got like 100 views, it's not much in the grand scheme of YouTube, but the first time I got 100 views, I was so ecstatic, like so excited. And I've got about like 500-ish subscribers now. It's nowhere near like anything gigantic, but if I waited until I got to like 10,000 or 1,000,000 or something like that, if I waited until then to celebrate, then this entire journey I'd kind of just be trudging along. I deserve to be happy with where I'm at right now. Even if it's not my end goal, I still get to look at how many videos I've made. Look at how many people I've reached. Look at all these comments of people that have told me like, hey, that video, it really resonated, or I really enjoyed this topic, or knowing that these little things that I do matter, they deserve to be celebrated along the way, and you deserve to be celebrated along the way. I think also it could just be a little bit of a pick-me-up for you. You know, maybe you're kind of going through it. You deserve to, especially if you're a workaholic and you're like, you know, I'm just going to be head down. I can't really take any breaks. I'm not going to stop. I don't have time to celebrate because I need to work on this 24/7. You deserve to take a break. Let me tell you, like, okay, be a workaholic. See where that gets you. You're going to just drive your head into the ground. You're going to hit burnout anyway. And then the burnout is going to force you to sit down. Wouldn't you rather take breaks along the way to have a good time instead of waiting for burnout to knock you on your ass? I feel like that's a better trade-off. You know, allow yourself to go out on a Saturday, go out on a Friday, allow yourself to hang out with some friends, allow yourself to kick your feet up and just say, oh, this is where I'm at right now. Look at how much I've done. Yeah, I'm not all the way there yet, but I'm proud of where I've gotten myself. You deserve to do that. You deserve to let the weight off your shoulders. I mean, how tense do you think you are, you know, working as hard as you are? When I look at the chipmunk card, I see somebody who's constantly prepping for winter, constantly putting away food, putting away money. You might be a big saver, or you're constantly putting away money for a future date, or you're like, I'm saving this, saving this, saving this. Maybe your celebration looks like buying yourself that thing that you've been eyeing for the past few years. Me personally, I have a lot of different hobbies, and one of the things that I'm really into is well-made leather boots. And the best bespoke handmade leather boots in America, or maybe even the world, the work boots, is Nick's Boots, made in Spokane, I don't know how to pronounce it, Spokane, Washington. Extremely well crafted. These are the kinds of boots that are going to last your lifetime. And I love getting all the different conditioners and the brushes and the cleaners and like taking care of them, and I just love it. I think it's really cool. I love handmade things, especially things that are built to last, that you can take care of and have your entire life. Now, those boots are like $600, so I have not bought them. I have not bought them yet, but it's something that I've been eyeing for like years now. And I put away a lot of money. I'm a big saver. I've got maybe $10,000 put away in assets, and I'm pretty young. Technically, if I wanted to, I could go and buy that for myself today. You know, personally, I'm not going to because I don't feel the need to do so, and I've made some recent big purchases, but if I was the kind of person where I never let myself do that, never let myself do that, never let myself do that, a decade might pass, and I'm still thinking about those boots. Still thinking, oh, wouldn't it be nice? I think you have the resources to buy yourself something nice, or you have the resources time as a resource. You have the time to go out and have some fun with friends. But if you keep putting it off, keep telling yourself, I'll wait until I accomplish X, Y, and Z. And, you know, that hummingbird is still flying around outside. And when I think about hummingbirds, they're constantly flying. They never sit down. You deserve to sit down. You deserve to celebrate. You deserve to have some fun with your friends. You deserve to let your shoulders kind of loosen up. You deserve to take some time off. Maybe go on a vacation. Maybe have a party. Whatever it is that you want to do. You deserve to let yourself do it, because life is meant to be lived. Life isn't all about like, let's wait for the future and then let's live in the future. I don't think that's how you're meant to live. You deserve to live right now. So find out a way. What is a little thing that you can do today, or something that you can plan for the weekend that you can look forward to? I'll leave you with one more thing. Something that I saw online, an idea that I really liked. I can't remember the exact details, but it was something like plan one little excursion per month that is something that you can look forward to. Like, let's say a camping trip, or a hiking thing, or we're gonna go to the city for the weekend. Something, one little thing each month that you can look forward to. And then one big trip per year, maybe a vacation, a week long, or a weekend trip where you travel. But let yourself plan those kinds of things. It'll not only make you a more productive worker because you'll actually have something to look forward to. It'll put some pep in your step, but it'll also allow you to live in the moment. It'll give you some deadlines to say, okay, I'm doing this thing no matter what. I have this thing to look forward to, and I'm not putting it off no matter what. Sometimes we forget that we deserve to do those little things, and months can pass without us really doing what we wanted to do. Or with the boots example, never buying ourselves that thing that we've always wanted to have. You deserve to set up those little things, and I urge you, it doesn't have to be big, but what's a little thing that you can plan for this month that you can look forward to? What's a trip that you can say, okay, by the end of this year, I'm gonna do this, and this is gonna make me so happy. You deserve to do that. So pile 3, that is where I'll leave you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.